welcome back to Working the Yard with Will. So we're getting very close. I got the area rolled out once already. I think I'm gonna go grab my blower and blow off some of this pine straw here a little bit, and then continue to add a little bit of sand and compost in lower areas. When I was pushing this roll around, this thing's roughly about 270 pounds. I got some low impressions where I'm walking, so that's the area I'm going to be working on next. So stay tuned and continue watching Working the Yard with Will. Hi, and welcome to Working the Yard with Will. And so I'm outside today, a little bit of a unique day because it's raining. I had planned to do the final sand and compost mix out on the chipping green today and add my Bermuda sand, Bermuda seed to it. However, it's raining, but it's still not a lost opportunity. So since it is raining, it's not a heavy rain, but it is a steady rain. I get an opportunity to take a walk out here and see, how the course or the chipping green itself is playing. Meaning, I go out and I envision that I wanted the green to be separated into kind of three sections. You have an upper level, a middle section, and a lower section. And the lower section should take the water off of the chipping green. So let's take a look at it and see how it's going. And so I got a little bit more work to do. I say right here in this area, directly in the middle of the camera, there's a little bit of water there that I need to address. But this upper section, I'm quite happy with this. The rain is definitely not washing anything out up here, which is good. So I guess I've compacted that enough. This side over here still needs a little bit more work. So my goal is when I get some more sand, if not today, if not today, tomorrow, I'm gonna add quite a bit more sand here. Sand and maybe a little bit more of the compost to firm it up a little bit. That'll encourage, at least in my mind, that would encourage that water to kind of run off a bit more. So the rain has stopped. It's giving us a break. I put out a little short reel earlier describing here in the background how I wanted to kind of get some more sand and work some things in, but ultimately I wanted to get my Bermuda grass seed down, cover it up with a couple more layers of sand, and if need be, grab some more compost to take care of little of the areas that were kind of showing me which way the water was running off. I wanted to kind of go over some of the things I'm going to be using today. So I got my drop spreader again, which I think I'm going to try to use again with this bag of sand to go all the way around in a circle. I have my grass seed there. This is just a Penitent Smart seed. It has a mix of Bermuda with fertilizer in it, guaranteed to spring up in 10 to 14 days. Some folks may disagree, and I got some play sand here that I'm gonna use to mix it in. I have my bucket and my auger. I brought this out in the event that this sand was wet. I was gonna mix it in with the seed and get it out there. and I have a rake. Okay, I brought this rake out here. I was thinking about what can I use to create slits into the green, the chipping green, to kind of give a place for the grass seed to fall in. I was like, you know what? Let's just use that rake. Thought about putting some weight on it, and looks like I don't have to. If you can see there, it's still kept my shape. I roughed it up a little bit. So I'm gonna go over with the seed. Once I put the seed down, I'll take the sand and go over the top of that. And of course, I got the big roller, the 270-pound roller, just waiting for me to get things going again. So let's get this camera set up here, and we'll get the camera set up here again, and we'll get going on this. And hopefully this will be the final part 3 for chipping green gets sand and compost, and now today, seed. All right, thank you guys for watching. welcome back to Working the Yard with Will. If you're seeing a little sand going back out there to the right, you're absolutely right. The roller started sticking into the sand compost mixture, or root zone, if you will, if you're doing USDA green. And so I decided, I need to stop it from sticking, but I'm going at good pace. So I have a couple more bags of sand in the car. And just like, you used to bake pies or cakes with your mom growing up back in the day, throw some flour down there to stop the dough from sticking. So that's my thought process. So I'll try it out here and see how it goes. Not to mention, this lower bottom right area is the drain off area. So that has the most sand and compost mixture down in here. I'm hoping to firm that up so as the water runs off, it just keeps on going. All right. This is probably going to be a very long video, y'all, so thank you for hanging in there with me. Working the Yard with Will. I'm almost thinking I need to walk that middle this way one time and around one time, and that should get it. Let's try it. You only get a couple times to get this right, so that's why I'm so persistent on it. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get you in a little closer so you can feel my pain a little bit for what I'm trying to accomplish. But if you're looking at this area, that's too close. Right here where this little ridge is, I don't want a ridge there. I want it to be able to come up here and slide out that way. But I can't do that because all that material in here that keeps moving back and forth, back and forth. So my thought is, if I go to the roller, come up here on this side and drag it back down and then drag it back down, working from the inside out, maybe that will help me with what I'm trying to accomplish. So like I said before, you only get just a handful of times to get this thing right, and I'm trying to get it right, y'all. So let's see if that works out. If I go up there and, like I say, drag it back. But the rest of it is looking pretty good. It's just this little corner I'm trying to finesse. All right, and welcome to Working the Yard with Will. So I'm gonna hold this thing way out here because I am a sweaty mess. But I just want to go ahead and say thank you guys for continuing to watch me or I make this chipping green workout. Let's go ahead and flip it around so you can see what we got going on here. All right, here we go. The chipping green is now complete. This area just went from a concept idea to, hey, let's see if we can actually make it work. And, after tons and tons of research on where to put it, how to build it, what grass seed to select from, all of that stuff, it's now to the point where I can say it is completed, and we just really have to do just a little bit of cleanup. So earlier today, I posted a quick video about me coming out here to throw down more sand, some more compost, and some grass seed. But the rain was coming down, so I took that opportunity to figure out which way the lay of the land was, meaning which way the water was running off. And well, I figured it out, and it's that bottom corner right down in there. That's where my water is running away. So I came out with a couple ideas as far as how to get my sand and my seed down. My sand was just not dry enough for the stuff that I was thinking about. I tried adding in a 5-gallon bucket, mixing it up with a little aerating tool, but that didn't work. So I ended up just doing it by hand. Had a little hand spreader. Try to be really careful because I'm trying to keep this middle area all Bermuda and this outside area tall fescue. And so I think it's going to be a nice little chipping green practice area for me on the days I can't get to the range or to the golf course. I'll have something here right in the backyard that I can work on my game, my short game. Like I said, it just started off by being a chipping green. I hadn't planned on making it an actual rolling green, meaning a putting green. But I went ahead and invested in this Brinkley. This thing is 270 pounds of water inside that drum, and I start rolling. And before you knew it, I was like, you know what? I don't have the irrigation under here, and I'm not planting the bent grass seed that you would normally plant with a putting green. But I do have is a nice Scott's 20-inch reel mower that I can adjust down to a 1/2 inch and perhaps a little lower, maybe with some work. And I can keep this nice and short and keep my game up. I still have some areas I got to work. You'll see in the upcoming video, part 3, this bottom area, as you see, there's some ruts here and some ruts here and ruts here and ruts here. I've worked this corner because I don't want the water to come here or a ball to come here and stop because it has a big, huge fall off due to a rut. So I'm just gonna have to wait till this area dries up a little bit more, maybe take a little water out of this roller here and fine tune it from there. But I'm pretty much very happy with it, y'all. So stay tuned for part 3. Chipping green gets final sand and compost. Working the yard with Will. All right, guys. See you next time.